They're just going live from the current location just to discuss different topics of conversation, to distinguish boundary and origin narrative, possible motive, topics that are like not preliminary, but for lack of better words, preliminary, neutral, objective topics, like introduction or rapport. And this morning I saw a woman that I've seen on campus a few times throughout the time that I've been here, and I recognize her as to be the woman that goes by the first name Rhonda in this city, in this Commonwealth, not North Carolina. So there was a Rhonda that was involved with one of my older brothers, and I don't really know what the situation is with that, but that's not the woman that I saw here over on Locust Walk this morning. And what I documented on our phone this morning via Snapchat, that I don't know those people's names. I don't know them. I've never been officially introduced to them, but that's not Rhonda. That was involved with one of my older brothers. So this morning, though, to allow a different stance in rapport, the clarifying, verifying question of what's your, even though I'm certain that somehow I have this information about the woman that I saw this morning on Locust Walk, but allowing for the evolution of, impromptu ad lib conversation of greeting or salutation to kind of organically evolve and being a little more less concerned about the amount of information communicated in a very, very brief amount of time. And this is tough sometimes, that initially now we're at a different stage of maneuvering, where we would never assume that people are poisoned or that they're categorized as a modern day slave and that they're chemically tranquilized to meet the supply and demand of their slave owner. So that's a lot. The woman that I saw this morning, her name's Rhonda. She used to be married to a man named Bill. They were one of my brother's neighbors for a while, years ago. At this time, they had 3 children, 2 daughters and 1 son. She's a nurse practitioner. She's very educated, and Rhonda and Bill ended up getting divorced amicably. That's my understanding. So both of them have been at one of these events so then what creates a challenge again is the timeline. So when en route from one location to the next, I had seen at the university's department for the program for the scholars enrolled for education, the major of education, whether undergrad or graduate, I'd seen a student like in the output of a window, like on a windowsill, comfortably resting with the device, the laptop, what appeared to be a laptop device, not a tablet, or a tablet with a keyboard propped to optimize a very up-close image, or maybe to very in a localized, isolated way, block a certain stream or source of light. In addition to the dimensions, the square footage, and the actual 90-degree dimensions of the windowsill, the outward windowsill that the individual was resting in what appeared to be a classroom or a communal lounge space. So at the university, there are, because of the rigor associated with the academics, or once had been associated with the academics, I have overheard by accident some students at this cafe saying that they're very concerned about the lack of academic rigor. I don't know if there's students that went to one of the prestigious schools in the area, middle school and high school, that went to the university here. I don't know if they're taking a survey, But the scholastics and the accreditation of like benchmark testing, elementary school children, middle school children, high school children, as far as like prediction or prognosis, just for benchmark testing is like the scholastic standard of the school. It's what makes the school renowned or not renowned, how many students from the school test in a certain school. It's usually associated with public schools, not parochial schools. And my brothers, well, I suppose one of my sisters had concerns about that as well. One of my older sisters through one of my dads that has a different mom. So we're learning. So both of the players are actually hypothetically one's an aunt and one's possibly a sister through one of our dads. So, but for whatever reason, we don't disclose that information at this time. Just we don't want to implicate people or get too far ahead of ourselves. And that really presents when encountering a real-time impromptu ad-lib conversation, if that's the best way to say that. There's nothing incestuous, but we have to let the evidence speak for itself. So Rhonda was very kind, and I don't know what she sees, but structurally, my face is very different, and my hair is not the right color right now. And I really don't, this is why we don't ask people to verify how I look, because they won't give the right answer. So, but we, even despite my licensing and credentialing, I can't provide that information. We are a completely different team to evaluate what's going on, professionals and experts. So Rhonda's awesome. I know of her. She's very approachable. She has boundaries. She's not a pushover. And she's very smart, very accomplished. But if the pastors, if that's helpful, or other individuals that are closely linked to the university, if that is reasonable, if it's potentially not helpful. As far as preparedness, my understanding is it's best to stay imperfect right now. And so we've decided on the name Winter for right now because we need support and we can't. This morning, this is a disgrace that people sit so comfortably, not concerned of repercussion. And we can't discuss that further because we understand the formality the best that we're able to process. And it's just very devastating to learn how much people purposely try to get away with stuff and they rely on the standard that's not based on any ethics and everything. All that I've learned about this geographic location is that there are many people that fight, I say tooth and nail, but that fight to be able to be admitted to the university, and this is just another topic another time, but is relevant to paradox of how are these ecosystems existing on the same place. NYU, I wouldn't suppose that that's at all what happens there, right? Or there's a university in California that people discuss. There's an arts program. I can't. That's all for now. There are a few universities in California. They're not Ivy League, but they're known for. That's all. Always okay as long as my husband and parents are okay to follow up. I just, as I communicated before, there's not much that I can really discuss because we don't support not working towards our goals. So financing life and everything like that. Maybe if she knows of anybody that's hiring for cash work, or if she could be, because I earn money all the time. I'm not willing to tell her, but that would be extremely helpful right now. So I would suppose to finance a storage unit and just laundry. And then the gym. And if I were to go to the gym, I would still need somewhere to rest. That's it.